So the title of the piece, the permanent piece in the Palazzo Diedo, is titled Three Little Birds. I've always been interested in this idea of restoration, like excavation, things like that. So almost working like an archaeologist, but not just looking at archaeology in terms of the past, but also archaeology in terms of the future. So I did this project where I bought old rail lines and trains which were built and laid in Ghana in the late 1800s by the British for the extraction of raw materials and resources. And looking at it in the 21st century and how a lot of these objects are in decay and mostly discarded, but thinking about the memory embodied within these objects and focusing on the memory. So for instance, I took it from the south of Ghana all the way to the north and did a series of documentations on it. And based on that, I produced these sculptural forms. So some of the sculptural forms, like the one in the central part, you realize that there are school kids who are witnessing the laying of a rail track. And it's very important because it's not so much about excavating something, but it's more or less about burying a piece of history on the ground that allows for another generation to somehow build a new sense of memory about time, not just about the past, but about the future. And you have other ones which have portraits of families taking pictures on the rail track, or men working together in order to be able to restore these objects and memories, things like that. So I think the whole piece is about this idea of restoration of memory and about turning it into a gift which another generation will inherit. So I thought it will be somehow befitting for the ceiling here, because this is a permanent work which is going to become part of the DNA of the building and inherits part of the DNA of Venice going forward in the future. So I thought this would be somehow poignant to make.